Grand Rising, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us this morning. At 9 o'clock a.m., we will close our social media and continue on Zoom only. Join us by getting your Zoom link at elizabethvisionaryconference.org. We'll be there until 10. Join us now, and we'll see you in Elizabeth's Zoom room. Today, your hosts are at Peace Nikita and Danyelle Claxton. Enjoy. Grand Rising, Elizabeth.
Grand
Grand
Rising.
It's a
Rising.
Monday morning. Another day in the land of earthly living.
Yes.
earthly, you earthlings.
Good morning, Grand Rising. I am multitasking today. I got the news yesterday that I'm hosting today, so it's like, yay, it's me. As Dooney say, it's all about me. No, it's about you too. So, I am getting the word out there real quick while I do this, but I'm glad to be here. I'm so happy. This is the week I actually get to go to Houston. I am so freaking excited.
Oh,
I am excited. I am so excited.
when do you
I'm
leave?
like, I leave Thursday morning at 6:32 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So we are up out of here. And I am working these last 3 days to make that money so that we good down in Houston. So I'm excited.
Right.
And I'll tell you what I'm excited about. I'm excited about the knowledge that I'll be getting. It's just something about being with like-minded people and actually getting different tips and tricks and how to make stuff easier, how to make stuff funner. I have a new distributor. I will have a new distributor before I go. Love her to death. Sold her a sample pack and she's been selling out her sample pack. Haven't even signed up yet. And I'm like, she is your daughter-in-law, Kiki. Yay!
Oh, yeah. Well, I want you to love her to life, not to death.
Okay, I love her to life. I love her personality, the conversations that we've had thus far, of the possibilities with the business. I'm like, okay, I just need you to sign on. Just sign up and let's do this. So I am excited. The company does have you have the ability to live stream the conference. I think it's like for $49. You can live stream it and watch it. And I think she's going to do that this weekend and watch it live while working. So you'll get to actually be there and hear what's going on and apply it to, it's not just for the MLM business, it's for any business. And I'm ready. And also I'm just ready to get a break. I love my city. I do. I just need a break. I just need a change of scenery. Just get out. So was blessed with a suitcase set. I don't know if it's mine or if it's the borrow, but I didn't have to pay any money for it. So that's all that matters right now. I got clothes and stuff that's been ready to be packed. So I'm gonna start packing tonight. And I will be the efficient packer and not overpack. Because I gotta tell myself I don't need everything. But I think today on the show, I will talk about one thing that I did learn over my years is I've learned about the travel. We call it an EIME. And an EIME is another term for, let me say it, witch, or bruja. Bruja is a Spanish term for a woman of the magical, or let's just say women of magical arts. Let's just say that. And so one of my mentors, she was an avid traveler because of her business, and she was able to also pack the little extra spiritual stuff to take along with her. And she also set up her room, to be a magical space, protected magical space while she was out of town. So I will, since I'm preparing to go out of town, tell you some of the things that you can pack with you and how to prepare that room to be that, like I said, protected magical space, so that when you go out of town, you do the same thing. Also, we disinfect Now, because of everything that's going on, first, of course, you're going to disinfect, and cleanse your room first because, they're not cleaning like they used to during the pandemic. During the pandemic, these hotels, they were thorough, they were on it. The remotes were in the plastic sleeve and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like you knew when you walked in, this place was disinfected. They don't care no more now.
Mm-hmm.
So got to cleanse and then we got to protect. And I'm going to continue on with the series about what is it? What I wish I knew. And I know last week we stopped in the 30s. Now we're going to go to the 40s. I'm 1 year
Yep.
into my 40s.
Mm-hmm.
And we're still going to continue with the same flow, with the meditation, with the lesson on hand, with the tech and everything. Everything is going to continue to flow. I know my partner's not going to be here today. I know Queen of Dooney will probably step in because
Mm-hmm.
that's what she
That's
does.
what I do.
And like I said, I woke up refreshed. I woke up excited. I am so excited. And I got to check my flight because I know my flight is Monday, but I believe it's later in the evening and later on in the day next week. So I should be on um same time next week, just a hour earlier because I'll be in central time.
Yeah.
But
Now, what city are you
I,
going to?
I am going to Houston, Texas.
Oh, man. You know who lives in Houston? Milton.
No, really?
Yes.
Okay, then I
I
gotta make
would
sure
love to
I
meet you
get
for lunch or something,
will have to get his number because my plan is to meet all my Detroit people. See, I have cousins down there. Um, I have people down there, so I feel good. Like, okay, I'm not down here by myself. That was a slight issue is that I'm going by myself. Like nobody else from my team is coming with me down here, but I have a surrogate team that kind of adopted me from Detroit. So I get to spend some quality time with some lovely, supportive ladies that have been supportive of me. And I can't wait to actually have one of them on the show with me because she's a real estate agent. She's a candle maker. I don't know. She's like me. It's like, what else do you do?
Mhm.
Really? She's up and coming top leader in Tava, and she is a social media guru. She is the one that in the last couple of months whom I've been watching and taking classes from myself. And as I watch my skills grow, I'm watching because of her skills. So I can't wait to have her on the show because she is absolutely freaking amazing. But I get to spend
Mhm.
time with some wonderful women from all different backgrounds. I know as soon as I touch down in Texas, I'll be able to broadcast my story on this whole because this even getting to Houston has been a journey. It's been a beautiful journey that's been teaching me a lot of really good lessons on manifestation,
Mhm.
faith, and perseverance. Keep going because I could have stopped. I could have just gotten into my feelings and just stopped. But I know there's something bigger on the other side. And everything that this right here is teaching me, you got to persevere, you got to keep going. There are people out here that love you, that will support you, and there's more people out here to help transform their lives through health and wellness, which is my baby. So I'm like, you know what? I'm ready to do this. And business. So health, wellness, and business. I like seeing people transform. I like seeing their businesses transform. So I'm excited. I'm like, something down there, let's do it. Let's go for it. Let's make it happen. And I'm ready. So I am just like, I'm giddy. I'm like, I gotta grind out these last 3 days.
Yeah.
um, what is it? But it's a blessing. It really just how stuff has been. You know how a little kid, you feel like your favorite toy is taken away, or you
Yeah.
lose your favorite toy. And I was like, I kind of felt like that, but then it God has been replacing me with the updated version, the bigger and better and badder version of whatever it is I have. So I realized that sometimes we like to hold on to stuff because we get comfortable and we like it and everything like that. But this is not the final phase for us. So sometimes God has to take that away in order to bring the better and the new, the better and the best to you. So you got to be open and receptive to that. Because I see a lot of people get stuck and it's like you're comfortable right here when there's a little bit more right here. It's like I like the little bit more up here. Like, okay. So I'm excited, I'm happy, and I'm just like, I'm ready to go. I'm like, I know I start packing. I know once I start packing tonight, it's gonna be like, this is really, really happening. And I get to shoot it. I mean, not shoot it, take snippets and snappets of my life. There's different type of wheels I have been waiting to do, but I couldn't do it. Like the airport one, there's one that's like, I'm in an airport, I'm taking flights. I've been waiting to do that one, and now I get a chance to do my footage and be like, yes, I'm taking these flights. We're getting up out of here. And yeah, I'm happy and excited. So welcome to Mommy Mogul Mindset Monday. My name is Danyelle Claxton. I am a Jamaican. I will say that. I'm a home health care provider. I am a belly dancer. I am a social media marketer and consultant and teacher. I'm into food, health, and wellness. I am a foodie. I'm not gonna say wino, but I do like good fine wines. We'll say it like that. I am a Tava representative, which is a Black wellness company that I love supporting. And friend, sister, daughter, what is it? Girlfriend, woman, I don't know. I'm all of it. I'm so many titles, it's ridiculous.
I'm every woman.
I think I feel like that. I am every woman. Yes. Yes.
Well, we have guests here, Jacqueline Jones. I believe that this is your first time coming, so welcome, and welcome, Bridget, this morning.
Good
So glad
morning.
to
We
have
got new
you all here.
faces.
Good morning, my sisters. How are you?
Oh, wonderful. So you made it at the beginning this time, eh?
I made it at the beginning. I'm quite amazed. I still feel like I'm 19 minutes late, but I made it.
You know what? When you get here, it's perfect. How about that?
All right, I'm going to go with that, and I accept that, and I receive that. It is wonderful to see you, Danny. I haven't seen you in a minute.
Is this Bridget, the belly dancer?
Yes, it is. It's your sister.
Oh my God, it's my sister. Hi, Bridget.
Hi.
Well, so whenever you can, you got to pop your face on there.
I will. I'm going to go onto my phone in a minute, so you'll be able to see. So if I disappear for a second.
Yeah. Jacqueline, how are you?
Happy day. I am well. I am well. I'm actually just waking up, and I thought I said I wanted to be here, so I'm glad to be here.
Who invited you, dear?
Actually Razia and Miss Deetra.
Oh,
told
cool.
about.
Hey,
And I'm the
awesome.
lady I spoke to you. I'm actually set to present with the Tuesday group next week.
Yes. Yay. I thought you were here last week, and it was a different sister, and they say you were coming this week. So I'm glad to meet you. Sooner or later, I guess I'll see your face.
Yeah, I need to get up. I'm actually I'm still lying in bed. So
you got 2 hours. No.
Actually, I have shorter than that because I have a committed business meeting at 9 o'clock. So I thought I'd at least listen in this morning.
Yes.
And then prayerfully be able to do the whole 2 hours tomorrow to listen in, because my presentation isn't until next Tuesday. So.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to share with the other sisters what you do?
Oh my goodness.
Kind of what you're going to be talking about tomorrow?
Well, I'll be talking about it next Tuesday.
Oh, next Tuesday. Okay.
Next Tuesday. But I didn't see her name as the young lady was sharing, and you even shared, I kind of feel like I'm every woman too. I've got a lot of interest in things going on, but as far as sharing with the group, 7 years ago, actually 20 years ago, I became a bookkeeper, and through the years, doing what I can to help, people do their books, usually focusing on small business, home-based business, usually
Mhm.
people that are just trying to keep their finances, the bookkeeping aspect of their business together. And 7 years ago, I came across through a prayer because I was actually kind of tired of doing that for people and the data entry and everything. So I prayed, and it manifested for me that this program I was introduced to teaches full accountability of your finances. And through that, I'm now I've accepted the label of financial literacy counselor.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So with that, it goes that this system teaches you how to manage your personal finances first and foremost, how to budget and improve your credit. If you're in debt issues, how to pay off your debt through a coordinated process, how to plan for the future. For me, I used it right away for retiring because I was working full time as a civil service person and I wanted to stop. So I am now retired, but at that time I used it to identify a retirement date, and it just made that transition so much easier
Mhm.
because I was able to get my finances together. And it also teaches that as business people, we should benefit or we should take advantage of the tax reliability or the tax deductions and things that we can as a business.
Mhm.
So this system teaches all of that. So starting next week on Tuesday, I am breaking it all down and just sharing with people the knowledge of each one of those aspects, having managing your money, how to control and set up a budget, how to process, uh, how that process works, and the importance of it to reducing the stress in your life. And so I'm doing a seven part series on each one of those aspects of debt reduction, credit knowledge, and um, using just whether or not you use my system is possible, but if not my system, just use something and just start implementing these things in your life so that your money awareness improves and your prayerfully your the stress in your life over money decreases.
Yeah. So you're
So
going to be with us next week is your presentation, and then are you saying you're going to be with us for some more
7 weeks.
weeks for the
Yes, ma'am.
series?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Well, welcome. Welcome.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to have to, can you give me your number? Right.
Two, yeah, 248
Mm-hmm.
770 0377.
Okay. And then I'll text you so you can send me your email
Okay.
and put you on our list. We just joined WhatsApp last night.
Yay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I realized well, you get especially if you're involved with other organizations and all this other stuff, and you can't find your last group. You're trying to figure out which group is this, which da da da. So I realized that WhatsApp helps you. I can put the name of the group, and you can always find. And then we're not all over the place. So
Okay.
that's a good thing. So I will add you to that list.
Okay.
And yeah. Well, I'm glad to meet you.
The
And
same.
let me see. Okay, so I'm going to turn it back over to Danyelle, our host.
Yes,
Who's the
I'm
host?
here. Yeah, I'm here doing a quick shameless plug on Instagram. I don't know if you ladies don't know that. Okay, I call myself the social media goddess, and on this show, I actually teach tech and technology and social media. And Yeah, I do it all the time. So because I didn't set my story, I'm actually doing a story real quick to probably get some more people on the show or just make the show more um let people know exactly more what's going on. So I'm actually finishing up a post real quick just to do that. I'm just letting you know exactly what I'm doing. But I heard everything that Miss Jacqueline Jones said, and I am excited to be able to listen to that. My ring light just went out. Just hold on 1 second.
She says, listen, because she's only here on Mondays because her schedule kind of blocks her Tuesday through Friday. So we do, Jacqueline and Bridget, we do put the archives. So I'll post it in the elizabethvisionaryconference.org website, of which I am in the mix of creating the Grand Rising, changing that name so that everything is consistent like that. So my question, Danyelle, is maybe I can ask Bridget directly. Did she come, or did you come when I was over in the other space, Danyelle, when you were teaching?
Bridget, you talking about Bridget?
Yeah, the belly dance class.
No, I don't think I did.
Oh, okay.
But let me introduce something about Bridget, because not only is she an amazing belly dancer, but she is also event planner. Yes.
My heart right here.
And it's funny that you say that. My body is still recouping because I did an event Saturday. Yeah, that was all day, but it's amazing. I've been apprenticing with my professor, and I did not post my certification, so I am actually a certified event planner now. So,
oh, nice.
Congratulations.
So yeah, all around. And
what kind of event was it?
It was actually a wedding. We did an Indian wedding. I am also a budding floral designer. So my professor was also a florist, and he owns a bakery. So he does wedding cakes and all that other stuff. So I am kind of learning everything about events, front house, back house, everything that kind of goes into it. So, but the awesomeness is learning how to do these events for when you've got guests that are 400 to 500 people. And how to take that room and absolutely transform it. So thank you for the introduction, Danny. I feel like I'm like Danny. I'm every woman. I've got so many hands and so many pots that people keep asking me, when are you sleeping and how do you do all of this?
Yes.
I go where God leads me, and this is where he's led me. So, Jacqueline, I am looking forward to your 7-part series because I have set a retirement from this profession date.
Okay. I would love to have you. And you can just call me individually, because one of the things I've encountered through the years is people will say, oh, I'm interested. I'll call you next week. I need that. I call you next week. And all I can do is I'll call them, say, hey, are you ready? No, I'll just start Monday. And, it just gets pushed out. And then they'll call, some will call and some will forget about me. But, when you care about what you do, business-wise, and you want to do it effectively, the system that I use I provide is very user-friendly, very simple. And all I ever tell people is when you do something, you want to track it, the system has an app, you just log it in, forget it. And at the end of the year, you hand your tax person a report, and that's it. And then you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yes, right. Yes, and yes.
Yes, I definitely need that. Having created one company and about to create, in the midst of creating a second one, I definitely need that because bookkeeping and finances are not my forte. I'm a
Yeah.
visionary. So
Right.
Come on, give me 5 right there.
Yep, I totally understand.
Well, I
So,
want to, go ahead.
no,
Mhm.
I was gonna say with that, and the good thing with the system, you know, you do these things for your business, so you can track all your business in one system, still account for each one individually, but it all at the end of the year, or even daily, however you want to look at it, it'll tell you what your finances is relative to that business in one, but it also, which is to me the most important, helps you track your personal finances
Yeah.
separate from your business, which is very important that we do.
Mhm.
So
Jacqueline, I'm going to ask you a quick question. Do you have for your business and your expertise, the service that you're information that you're offering? Do you have a website? Do you have an Instagram, Facebook, any of that that we can follow up on?
I have a website, but I do not have, well, to say I'm every woman, I've been doing this and I've been keeping it low key because technically I'm retired and I want to enjoy my retirement. So when I do these things, I'm doing it from the heart. So as far as trying to make it big or put it on Instagram, I just want to share it with individuals.
Mhm.
Not
Mhm.
on that, not on a bigger scale, but I do have a website for it. But too, at the beginning of the year, I became a real estate agent because of my interest in property investments and such. So
Mhm.
now through my real estate, I have a website. I do have a website for that. And my desire is to target and work with people that desire to own homes,
That was a tongue twister there.
own homes, but they're struggling because of low credit score and such. So I want to use my system so they can baseline and get their finances together to move forward and become better positioned, become homeowners.
Mhm.
Let me see
So
a question with your system. Another good question. Do you offer, so let's say like you have the Elizabeths here, you got 4 interested people like right here.
mhm.
Is everything done individualized or are you able to do like a workshop? Like I say, we have a Saturday, we have or whatever, and we all come together to learn your system, or is it just tailored individually?
Well, the system is individual. I mean, it's a set system, so there's only, all the processes are the same. But and the system itself is very basic. So there are instructions, there's videos that provides how to, use certain systems, but it is so user friendly and the instructions are so basic. However, I'm ready to maybe depend on how many, or actually, if the question is asking there's more than like 7 people or maybe 5 people that we can say on a Saturday for 30 minutes, okay, I'll show you how to log this in, because it's just a matter of the mindset, getting to the mindset of I want to do this to make my life easier financially.
Yeah.
So to that degree, because when I learned of the system, I just got in there and I read, and it's just really, like I said, it's really basic, but I would make myself available to help people that say don't have the time, don't want to read, whatever. Sure, I'll take the time, but bottom line, it does come down to an individual making a commitment of saying, I want to do this for myself.
Yeah. Yeah. That is so true. It doesn't
So
even matter how easy something is if we're not focused and determined and disciplined to do it. It's just another program that we went through. And so I'm really excited about what you're going to share with us, because I am like Bridget, I am somebody else handle that part. Yet just to share that a visionary does not care, not in the care of that I'm looking at every dime and stuff. That is not us at all. We
Yeah.
just, yeah, you know, Mama Evelyn, yes. We just wanted, our realm of thinking is that it's there or it's gonna be there. When I get to that part where I've got, same with Danyelle, same, we're all the same visionaries, and it's gonna happen. We're gonna make it happen, and somehow the money's gonna show up and all that kind of stuff. And then
Yeah,
we're moving
will-
so
I-
fast, we didn't write it down. We, you know,
I will
oh,
say I'm a visionary, but I do, how can I say this? In my years of being around business, because I grew
that's
up
right, that's
I grew
right.
up in business.
Yeah,
My Uncle Harold, who I had some time with yesterday, owns a children's salon. Him and his wife, I remember back in the day, actually set a precedent where every Monday, like we're meeting right here,
yeah,
Monday mornings was their time to go over the finances. And they took
Right.
an hour every Monday with their coffee and they sat down and, you know, he had last week's receipts, you know, everything from what was bought for what for what the business brought in, what was done with payroll and everything. And for an hour, every Monday, even if they were on a cruise ship, yes, they had, if they traveled to go visit their parents in Texas or whatever, it didn't matter. Every Monday they came with, one morning they came with that paperwork, and it was that commitment to go over the numbers. And I know how important it is to go over the numbers to see and know exactly where you're at. I mean, at one
Yeah.
point, this is 10 years ago, we were still doing $25 pressing curls until we went to a seminar and actually figured out our cost per hour and found out that we ain't making no money because the cost to run the business was $25 per hour. So once we
Right.
figured out that, oh, it's 20, oh, we can't do no $25 pressing curls no more. We can't even do $35. The price instantly jumped to 45 and up. And even, and that's 10 years ago. I know a pressing curl now is $75. And I'm just like, oh, hair prices have
that's some
really
work.
gone up.
That press and
Huh?
curl is some work.
It is. It is.
That's
It
more
is.
work than, oh my goodness gracious.
But like
Yeah.
I said, but when I see somebody do a press and curl now for $25, it's like, what the heck? Excuse me? I don't even trust you. Not for that price. It's just I'm like, no.
And
So
that's,
See, and one of the things with this system, there's an app on the phone and you can access it by computer. But with the app on the phone, when something happens, be it you pay for it cash, you pay for a check, you log it in, and for, you know, and it's
Right
there.
then. Oh, yes.
like it. I love it. I love
I
it.
love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Because the one thing that I'm learning, working with the people that I'm working with,
Mhm.
it's really a mindset. It's really all about mindset.
Right.
And they're teaching me, you charge what you're worth.
Right.
And you charge, if you're doing an event, the object is not to lose money. Yeah, just starting out, you might lose a little depending upon, but if you're doing a large event or whatever you're doing, the object is to
Make
come
money.
out with some sort of a profit,
Yeah.
not to come out with a deficit. And so many times we'll go, well, we don't want to charge that because, and they're teaching me, stop with the because if you're looking to draw a certain demographic of people, lose the because they'll find you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all becomes, mindset is more than just a word. So many of us throw around mindset until you're in that group that thinks on such a bigger level.
Right.
And when they think on that bigger level, they bring you up to think on that bigger level.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
and it just continues moving.
Yeah, I know. Before we go any further, I would like, because you sisters do not know Queen Mama Evelyn. And so if you could share with the sisters what you do, Mama, so that we can all be in one accord of who's on here.
Okay, thank you. All right, okay. Because usually I mute myself and I forget. Yeah, charging what you're worth. That's the key there. That for myself as an artist, as a artistic engineer because I engineer things all the time and put things
Like that.
together and figure out how to do things. And so with relevance to my spirit doll kits that I am in the process of putting together. This is the smaller one. And this is the size I'm working on for the kits, because I want you to have more surface area to put the sayings that I give you, the sayings that you want to put on there. And so for this kit, well, I was charging my sister friends, you know, I did do the math, and as difficult as it was to sit down and say, okay, I bought this charm for this much, so each charm is this much. I did do that. So I was charging them the basic price of $25. With all that I put in this kit, I'm talking about the sayings, I'm talking about the charms, the hair, the face. I paint the fabric sometimes just a basic color, because just the beige just doesn't work for me. I need to give you color. And yeah, so I figured out I'm not going to give you the stuffing anymore because that's not cost effective for me. And then the stuffing that I would like for you to use is a little more expensive than just the regular polyester or fiberfill. So I was looking at a doll maker that I admire. Her dolls are really oh my God, they're beautiful. And she has feathers and beads, you know, and I do beads. I love all, and I give you beads. I just all the things I give you. The first set has smaller ones than this, but thermostats to stuff your doll. I give you scissors, I give you thread, I give you disposable thimbles, and a lot of sayings, a lot of a personal card for yourself, you know, just a message for yourself on a card that I painted myself. I mean, this is labor intensive.
Yeah, yeah.
Her doll kits are, what was it, $75. I'm like, oh boy, I am undercharging a whole lot. You know, and then I keep thinking of things that I want to put in there. I want to put this, I want to, okay, gotta draw back a little bit. Yeah, draw back a little bit. So, yeah, the pricing of things, that's where I have a glitch. And my worth, and I'm not charging enough. I'm not charging enough.
Mama Evelyn,
No.
can I make a suggestion? Or just like noticing that I noticed with my own people. A lot of times I feel like we want to discount with especially our friends and family, because they're our friends and family. But what I notice is my friends, especially in the hair salon industry, I know some top dogs that stop doing that, because your friends and family will always try to undercharge you, but they're not doing, in my opinion, you're not doing me the extra part of bringing me customers. So when you start treating everybody in the same pool, like I'm just using the hair salon industry because I spent so many years in that. My price is the price. But if you refer me 5 people, I'll give you a discount on your next service type situation. Because people, you know, I notice I've done stuff lowball for people, and don't nobody send me a referral or anything like that. But the ones, so if I just keep my price is the price, people do eventually start sending referrals. And you know, I tell people, hey, even in the top of business, you send me another customer, I'll give you a free full size what is it, product. Send me a customer, send me 2 customers, send me 3 customers. Make people work for that discount, because you want them to give that word of mouth. A lot of times people get it and they don't do anything. They don't refer, they don't do nothing. They're just happy they got the sisterhood discount, but they're not helping you grow because they're not spreading the word. So whatever your price is, keep your price the price. Make us work for the discount, because now, okay, I'm sharing, not because I don't want to. I share your product because I love the work that you do. I have spirit dials from years ago from events that we did together. I'm like, yeah, you should do this. This would be another element towards, let's say, a spiritual event or something like that. Let me bring some big ticket things over to you. And then we can talk about, I'm not even gonna ask, but you could be like, Danny, you know what? Your dial kit, you brought me 7 people. Your dial kit is free. Because at that time, I didn't brought some money to you at your regular price. Like sometimes it'd be our own people. It'd be our own people. And I've seen some stylists like literally charge their family members like regular customers. And they got to do the same exact thing. Hey, you bring me some customers from your job, from your work. You know what I'm saying? We can work something out. Because we feel like, oh, we got to make it low. Because no, keep it what it is and let everybody work to help build you up. Because I know that some people, they get that cheap price. They don't build nobody up.
No, because it goes back to mindset. And I had one of my mentors say something to me that I started laughing. And she said, no, she said, I'm serious. And this is the mindset you're going to have to take on. And I said, okay. She said, a middle-aged white man will quote a price and nobody blinks an eye.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, wow. She said, just sit with that for a minute. She said, how many times have you gone into a place and paid for something and didn't blink an eye? And they gave you a price and they didn't bat an eye. You didn't bat an eye. You paid for it. She said, that's the mindset you're going to have to take on. Yeah. This is the price. And if that person says, well, I can't do that, then that's not for you. And she used the example of, she said, have you ever seen a commercial for a Bentley? And I said, no. And she said, because the people who can afford a Bentley, they don't go in and ask the price. They know what the price is. That's what they came to buy. She said, think of your business as a Bentley. This is what you charge because this is what you're worth. She said the same with Rolls Royce. She said, think of what you're offering. You're offering what all you put into it. Your time, everything that you purchased, everything that goes into it. So it does become completely a mindset. And it's exactly like Danny said. We think of it, our people and what's been said and things that have been passed down from generations. And it's breaking out of that.
Yeah, go ahead, Mama.
When I think about before the pandemic, when I was several times during the summer commissioned to do my make and takes. I did the opening of Beacon Park. I did the opening of the Q line, which I call the Y line, because I'm like, why did they do that? But
slight interjection. As a person that used to live in the Midtown area, the Q line before I left, being able to park my car in my condo,
right? I was going to say many appreciate it.
It works. I get it. I've done that where I've just taken the Q line to Tiger Stadium and then took it back home, or took it downtown and took it back home. So I'm like, I get what they're doing, and they are expanding that. There was Strife taking it from where it's at. It was the suburbs that act like they didn't want it because of course they think, oh no, they're coming out here now. But there's a need for it. So I did hear that they are going to extend it from where it's at to Pontiac. They just had to get through like West Bloomfield or something like that. It was one of the ritzier ones that's like, we don't want it. And it's like, but there's people working that need transportation out here. And, you want us to work for y'all, but y'all don't want us to, whatever. So they're going to expand it. They're going to expand that all the way to Pontiac.
Okay. But working with Ngia Kai, anything put on in anywhere downtown in Detroit, she has something to do with it. I love her. She knew my worth before I thought of my worth. And so when she said, well, this is how much we're paying you, I was like, that's $100 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Just to kind of sit there and help somebody glue stuff. You know, you're right. I'm worth $100 for. And that's what I got used to. You know, so yeah, I somebody, and especially if people that, that's what you have to bring to the table. I realize is that you have to say, this is what I'm worth, and I'm not negotiating.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right. I'm with iBoomerang, which is a wonderful network marketing organization, and they're not so much into products; they're into saving people money and stuff like that, right? Anyway, and then I'm taking this class with that is women profitable speakers, where how are they doing this and charging what they are, charging the amount. And so when I was talking about I was talking about the money and how much to charge, and usually these people in the braiding, blah blah blah, they're going to only pay so much, or basically dealing with what my past was. Well, one of the things I had to realize is that the Spirit reminded me that people have moved from this was in the early 20s. They actually moved from Atlanta. They moved here from Washington to take my class. So they had to come in, they had to find a place for the 6 months. It was a 6-month class. They had to find one girl, she left a new baby and other children with her family to come and sit up under me. I had to think about that, wow, their value of me versus people right here in the city. You don't have the honor in your own city, right? They done did all of this to come and paid me. I didn't have to run after them about my money. Some of them that were here, I did. And stuff like that. But it was like this one lady from the profitable speaker, and I was talking about the money. She said, Sheila, you got to think about the hours that it takes for you to put that stuff together. You got to think about how much you have to spend to put that stuff together. You have to, include yourself in the work that you do. You have to remember how much education it took to put all this together, and you still have to educate yourself. And it just made, I had to come away from what's here. The people here, the people I know, my friends, friends, the family and stuff. And with the internet, especially with social media now, you have access to the world. And when you put that out there to the world, you are not subjected to just the people that and yeah, so we have to come up in our mind about our own value, because nobody's going to value you more than you. Except for when people see you, like, you'll get that break like Ngia, but she's working with those people who that's what they do. And so thank God she pulls others in so that we can experience being paid like that, yeah. So it's about, first we got to work on ourselves, on our value, and do we want to go to a whole nother level? We have to decide first. We have to decide and determine our own value first.
See the value inside of you.
Yeah.
I during the pandemic, I had a local belly dancer. Her name is Lana. And Lana really, she she really she has Detroit, she owns the name Detroit Belly Dance. Lana she's Caucasian, she's Italian. And let's be honest, she gets a lot because of the marketing that she does. When people look for belly dance, her website and everything is the first one that pops up because she was smart enough to get the name Detroit Belly Dance. I'm not mad at you. During the pandemic, she's the one that upped my pricing for performing, especially during the pandemic, because it was the pandemic. And when she calls me, she's like, I got this gig. Somebody wants an African-American belly dancer. I thought of you. I negotiated a price of $250 and up. I'm sitting here like, oh, because before the pandemic, it was $125 for a 30-minute gig. She didn't stepped it up. So when she gives me a gig, she automatically has the price up for me to negotiate, and will be like, well, you can negotiate higher. So now when somebody comes to me talking about, do I want to dance for free? I look at them like, hell no, we don't do that. We, especially Bridget knows the time it takes to put on the costume, the hair, the makeup, no. So now, yeah, I'm not doing anything for below a price. I even did a gig with another belly dancer recently over the summer. We got to the gig, and I don't know if they took a look at her. I don't know if they took a look at me. I didn't know if maybe my diction was, not the same color that they thought that they were getting. But all of a sudden, the guest of honor was sick. And they was like, well, we'll still pay your rate. We're negotiating. You ain't negotiating nothing. We came out here, and it was like, we negotiated what we negotiated. And I saw the wad of cash in their hand. So you got the money, come up off it. Because we didn't took all the time to get up here to drive and everything like that. My fellow sister belly dancer felt bad about it because she took it to a whole nother level. I didn't. I was like, look, whether I dance or not, this is what we negotiated. I already had half the deposit because I always take half a deposit. And then it was like, give me the rest. So I got paid not to dance, to look pretty and not dance. That was a first, but it's just business. It's just straight business. And yeah, my standard, thanks to Lana in the pandemic, I have a set price that I start off at, and it goes up from there. We don't lowball no more. No more.
It truly goes back to who you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
I too know and have danced with Lana. It's a completely different mindset. It really is all about your mindset and like I said, your worth. And Danny and Danny said something also. We have to be very more cognizant of doing things under contract.
Yes.
A lot of times we will do things under, oh, I know you, or I did this and we're good. And I even have to get better at that. Take a contract, because once you've done this under a contract, it's just like Danny said, okay, you got there. Okay, you've decided that you don't want to use me. That's fine. We're still under a contract. You're still going to pay me. So that ride, I just took a ride out here and got paid. Thank you. That's 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. I still got the other half of my money. And it's business. It's not personal. And that's where, as a business owner, you have to make that division of, this isn't personal. At the end of the day, I still love you, but I have a company to run. It's all business. And so it goes back to who you surround yourself with, because they teach you how to step up that higher level. And as you step up that higher level, you will have people who will be like, well, you think you're this, or you don't do this anymore. No, because I'm playing on a whole new ball. I'm not even playing on a whole new ball field. I'm playing on a whole new planet. Yeah. And it just changes everything.
I'm glad we're, yes, hi, Jacqueline.
Well, let me
and Grand Rising, Sonia. I'm sorry, Sanji. Yes.
Can I?
Go ahead, Jacqueline.
I just want to say, give my phone number again for anyone that would like to talk to me before I start talking to series, if you want to look into getting started and or learn more about the program that I distribute. So My phone number is 248-770-0377.
Oh, 7-7. I had 7-1. Glad you said it.
Yeah,
0377. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
and because right now, my team, my real estate team, we have Monday meetings at 9 o'clock. So
Okay.
I want to join that, but it's nice meeting you all, you ladies. And I'm gonna look at just plugging in as often as I can on all of your weekday meetings. And I look forward to talking to you again, Queen.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And it is that 9 o'clock hour. I hope I do this right because a piece normally does this one, but we are going to transition we're going to say goodbye to our online live, and we're going to keep it on the Zoom. So if you're joining us live on Facebook and on YouTube, you want to head over to, is it the elizabethconference.com?
Elizabeth Visionary Conference.
Okay, elizabethvisionaryconference.org, and jump on the Zoom with us because we're closing it off on the live portion of our social media platforms. So come on in. Okay, I got to get used to that. So there we go. But I like how we got into the mindset of everything. Mindset is everything. It's everything. And I want to say recently, I had to keep my mindset up of the series of events that's going on, and me and going into this conference with Tava and everything like that. It's been my mindset to be like, okay, I think about Abraham Hicks, and I want to thank Queen of Duty for introducing me to Abraham Hicks years ago. If you're not quite sure who Abraham Hicks is she's a conduit for a group of spiritual beings who speak through her, and they speak of positivity, of why we're here, of how we can get everything with gentleness of ease. And really, she talks about the vibrational scale, and how where we are on the vibrational scale is what we attract. So the lower our vibrations, the anger, the grimaces, the just being, you know what I'm saying? Everything that brings around that. And then when we're on a high vibrational scale, when we're happy, when we're joyous, when we're in gratitude, you know what I'm saying? Sorry. All this is pretty much what brings about the positivity. Like, one of the things she talks about is, let's say you're in the parking lot and you're looking for a car spot relatively close to the entrance of the store that you want to go into, but everything is full. Well, if you have a positive mindset in a positive way, how many times have you somebody has just come out of the spot that you wanted right when you wanted it? Because on the negative side, if we go in and be like, oh, there's no car spots, I gotta park all the way in the back and just be angry about it, guess what? You're gonna end up parking all the way in the back and walking all the way to the front just because of the mindset. And she says that we got 17 seconds to change our mindset from a low vibration to a high vibration. She's one that says that, if something negative happens, recognize it, but don't wallow in it. Because when you wallow in it, that's when all the extra negative stuff starts coming along with you wallowing it. Honor it, take a deep breath, take it a step up or two, and get to the the next high vibration that you can get to within that moment, so that you can keep attracting the positivity that you need in your life. And so she has a book called Ask and It Is Given. I love it because she has, like, what she calls a series of games and different techniques, because it's a process, or a process, as some people would say. It's not something that you just go from instantly depressed all the way up to generally happy. It doesn't work like that. You have to go steps, you know what I'm saying? And you can look up online the vibrational scale, because once you look at the vibrational scale, you can see, oh, what is 2 steps up? Maybe just being blah, just meh, is better than being completely depressed. You know what I'm saying? Meh is just like, yeah, everything is okay. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then you can go from there. And as the day go on, you can go from meh to, okay, you know, I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I'm not necessarily joyous, not super happy, but I'm better than where I was 4 steps down. So I have that book. I read that book. It's an excellent book to go through, to use those different exercises to move up the vibrational scale. Because we're not happy. Let's be honest, we're not happy all the time. Not all the time. We're not happy all day. We have motions, ebbs and flows that goes on, but you want to stay in the higher realm of the vibrational scale so that you can attract everything that you're looking forward to attracting. Did I explain that right, Queen Adumi?
Well, yeah, I've never heard of the vibrational scale, so I was pulling it up in Google, just to see what that is.
Well, pull it up for us and pull it up on screen. We can share it. I know it's in her book, and like I said, I've printed out the vibrational scale actually printed it out so I can and put it up somewhere where I could see it, because when we get into those low vibrations, it's like we get stuck. And a lot, this is really good when you're dealing with somebody who is in depression or is in anger. I'll go back up. Any one of these is good. These are the vibrational scales. Or frequency, they call it a frequency chart or vibrational scale. You can bring up any one of them. The emotional scale.
Okay, I'll bring this one up. It looks like it.
It's a good spiral.
Or should I bring this one up? Oh yeah,
like,
really.
I like that one.
I like that one. And see if you can make it bigger.
Being on the Elizabeth for me in the morning brings my vibration up.
I say.
Really,
I know, right?
I felt good when I got up and I fixed my grandson's lunch, and then all of a sudden I was feeling sleepy and tired. And I said, well, maybe I'll just go back to bed. No, you're going to get on this call.
Can you bring that up a little bit more? Is there a way you can zoom in just a little bit?
I don't. Well, that's a little maybe too much.
Well, just scroll over.
We can do this.
Scroll, yeah. So scroll over. Go to the right. Yeah. So and then scroll down. Go down. So you see how at this one, the very lowest vibration that you can get is fear, grief, depression, powerlessness, feeling like you have no power, nothing is going right, nobody loves me, you just the victim. This is the lowest of the low. And notice how going from there, you got 21, which is insecurity, guilt, and unworthiness. Well, feeling unworthy, oddly enough, feeling unworthy is a step up from feeling victim, powerless. I think Abraham Hicks said you can go up 2 or 3, you can go jump up 2 or 3 steps while as you're working on yourself, but it's a process. So above that is jealousy. It is better to be jealous. Like I say, better to be jealous than to feel powerless.
Yeah, and then right.
So go up, 17 is anger, rage, you know what I'm saying? And I think we've all have been there before. And it's like, how do you get out of this? Well, if you just go up, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to go from worry. Like I said, pessimism. I think pessimism is, overwhelmed. I felt overwhelmed. I felt frustrated. Yeah, boredom. Boredom is better than being, than sitting there worried or sitting there being bored is that meh. And as you see, we're going up. If you go over to the other side, go down. Okay, contentment. Everything you go from contentment to hopefulness. Okay, things are getting better. But there's games that you can play to get yourself up. Like I said, nobody jumps up from depression to hopelessness. You go up, and I can attend to being, it's almost like because I've gone through grief, going through losing my mother and losing my grandmother. You go through the steps of grief, the 9 steps of grief of denial, and then there's anger, and then there's, if you ever experienced grief of a loved one, then you kind of understand we've gone through the steps of the emotional scale. We've done it. And where you're passionate, you're high vibration. When you're enthused, you're high vibration. When you're at that joy and happiness and, love and pain, sunshine, I don't know, earth, wind, and fire. I'm thinking of that. Yeah. That's where all the creativity comes. That's where all the manifestation comes. Manifestation comes and happens super fast when
Yeah.
we're up here. But realize we're not up here all the time. Sometimes you might go from 4 to 2, then you go down to like 5, and then go up to 2, then you're at 1. Like throughout the course of the day, it's like we just that's the emotional scale, and that's human. The key trick, what Abraham Hicks talks about, is to try to sit there and be as high vibrational as you can all the time. But it's a practice, because we're not like that all the time. It's almost like if you wake up and you stub your toe up against your bedpost. You could choose to be like, oh my God, this is going to be the worst day ever. I stubbed my toe. And then once you do that, and of course you're going to be in pain and everything like that. And then it's like a snowball effect. Okay, you stub your toe, you hit your knee. Oh, now all of a sudden, you got an unexpected bill due. Oh, it's like one bad thing just keeps happening after another. Or you could stub your toe, you could put your hand over it, you could sit there and breathe for a second, just go through the pain and let it rub it out and everything, and be like, okay, today is going to be a good day. And then keep moving forward. And then everything just keeps, it all revolves around the energy that you have around yourself. It's not necessarily other people, it's you. And these are the principles that Abraham Hicks teaches about. And does anybody have any questions about this? Because I had a mentor that had us read Abraham Hicks and listen to Abraham Hicks, and I actually listen to her usually while I'm cleaning up, or because her conversations are just amazing. People be like, well, how do I track this? How do I track that? And she's like, where are you on the vibrational scale? Where are you on the emotional scale? And it's some work. It is some deep work to sit here and work on yourself on the emotional scale.
It definitely is. I've read several of her books myself. I am also very big on a lot of things that we say. People don't realize, and it goes hand in hand with what Abraham Hicks, what she talks about and what she teaches. So many people don't realize your words are powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Words are like spells. And what a lot of things, people say things out of their mouths and they don't realize what they've spoken over themselves. Mm-hmm. And then when things happen later on down the line, they go, well, why did this happen? Well, whether you said it yesterday, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, last year, you put it out into the universe, it's going to find its way back
to you, right?
So to go hand in hand with that vibrational level, it's what you say. Exactly what Abraham Hicks had said of if you stub your toe. If you get up in the morning and you're running late for work, the last thing you come out of your mouth and say is, I'm gonna be late. You looked at the clock, you know what time it is. You don't have to verbalize that. Sometimes when you don't verbalize it, you find that you may actually arrive on time. It's really what you speak. Life and death is found in the power of the tongue. You can speak life over yourself, or you can kill yourself and your whole future. It is your choice.
So that's one of the reasons why I really do believe in the last couple of months, it's been a lot of clearing or calling back my power and clearing anything that I may have put out there that wasn't beneficial in a healthy way towards me. And it's like I see myself doing that. A lot of things have shifted majorly. And like I said, I'm very careful as to what the things that I say. When my bank accounts get low, I've stopped saying that I'm broke. I'm not broke. I have money stashed in different places that prevent me from saying I may be financially challenged at the moment. And I notice when I say that, things can shift in 5 minutes, or they shift in 30 minutes, or they shift in 24 hours. And I'm like, oh, okay, I have to be careful of what I say and how I say it. I speak health over my body. I speak life over my body. I speak love and respect and, affinity into my relationship. I am very careful. I used to be a person when stuff happens, I used to run around and try to talk to somebody and be like, well, this is what's going on and what's your opinion and blah, blah, blah. And I realized I kept feeding into whatever the negative situation may be going on. Now I've just learned to just be silent. And then I do say my prayers. I do ask for clarity and guidance. And I just leave it at that. Take a deep breath and let it go. I walk into situations, I say what it's going to be like. Today is going to be a good day. Today is going to be a blessed day. I am a money magnet. You know what I'm saying? I attract everything that I need. All the people in my life who I need to be in my life are in my life. And I've noticed that. I noticed that there's a clearing that some people, they remove themselves politely. And or situations, they get better because now I'm speaking life into them. I'm speaking life into, instead of venting, instead of being emotional, instead of trying to sleep. No, just stuff is the way that it is. This is how I perceive it to be, or I want it to be, and I just let it go. And there's been a shift. There's been a huge shift.
Yeah,
And
I want to ask Danyelle that to all these queens on here. So when in our past we have said things that were not empowering for our lives. So we've already said that what we speak is going to show up, especially if we don't catch it in that 17 seconds, right? It's going to show up. We don't know when it shows up, but it's going to show up. So now, okay, now we've learned some things, and now we are, we know to speak positive, to, check our minds and line up. Now, those things that were in the past that we had said and set in motion, what happens when the when what you said shows up? There's a word for that, but when that shows up, now we're positive thinking, we're thinking different. How do we, in your lives, how has that shown up where you knew what that was, and then how you dealt with it maybe is just what happens for you? Does that make sense what I'm saying? So yesterday or 10 years ago, I said this and I did this, which was not positive for my life. Now it shows up today. I'm an Elizabeth. What do I do with that shows up today? And why is that different? And how you would have handled it before, or how you handled it before?
Because you're an Elizabeth now. So what you said 10 years ago, so who you were 10 years ago and what you said 10 years ago is not who you are now. So you now actually have the tools to correct and handle what's been presented by what you said. Because now you know to stop, look at it, don't react to it, look at it, and then look at it, pray on it, and then your next moves to make, because who you were then is not who you are now. How you would have handled it then is not how you will handle it now. So it may not even show up quite in the same form. And sometimes what you said that shows up then, that was said then, that shows up now, can also be a test of how are you going to handle it? Have you really changed? Have you really developed? And so what you've done before and what you do now, you aren't gonna handle it the same way. You may not even look at it the same way. It may not even faze you. It may come because your vibration is so much higher. It may not even come in the same form, but however it comes, because you're on a higher vibration, because you have a higher thought process now, you're going to handle it in a much different way.
Yeah, I call it, when I think about God's grace,
Mhm.
that's what,
That's it.
so when it comes back, because it's gonna come back and it may not look, it may not be the same thing, but I know something, some choices that I made in life, when it showed up all together. And I said, I know what this is. I know what it is, I know what it is. And it was the grace of God that helped me to one, to see it, to discern what that is so that I can complete it. Right. And even to the point where it was showing up here and here and here. I mean, it was like years of it popping up because it had to do with life. It had to do with well, just being frank, it had to do with the abortions that I had. And so when it showed up through someone else that's dear to me. And when the girl shared it, I said, oh shit, I know what it is. Although I couldn't say it to her. I know what it's some stuff I did back then. But it kept showing up. It kept showing up in this person and that person and that person. And then, I mean, because I had recognized what it is, until the point where I said, okay, God, that's enough. That's enough. I got it. And then that was it. But I had to, I'm dealing with this and heartbreaking and all this kind of stuff, and I know what it is because I know what I did, right? So when it showed up as powerful as it did, because those were powerful things and powerful decisions and life decisions, and it involved other people, the baby, the father, and all that. So when it came, and like I said, it kept popping up here, and then this person, the baby, this person and baby, this person and a baby, and all that kind of stuff, until I was like, okay, God, that's enough. That's enough. I got it. I got it. So that's what I'm saying. That to me is God's grace, that when those things come back at you, it's the grace of God that makes it land where you can deal with it and know that you have changed. You have evolved from that way of thinking. And now, and Bridget, I've been speaking different things since then, so that, because you're speaking, and basically you're speaking into your future. And what we're doing, everything is for tomorrow. It's for tomorrow. We're doing it now, but it's going to affect what happens tomorrow, although we know that there is no real future. It's all in the now. Well, your new now is going to be, as far as that particular subject, you might be creating something else. But if you're very aware that we are the creators of our lives by what we speak, by what we do, then we can, begin to change that. Even what we see, we get to change our environment so that we're not even tempted to think in those other ways, or have to fight ourselves every day to not think that way. You surround yourself with the right environment and such. Yeah. So I just wanted to, share that. Oh, yes, I told God that's enough. That's enough. Okay, I got it. And then it cleared out. And yeah, and then some wonderful things, my children has shown up to me. So I, and I knew that whether they accept that or not, I know. I said, oh, wow, she would have been just like that. This one would have been blah, 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 oh, Lord, no, she's not. Oh, Monty, no, you're not showing some beautiful
Strawberries.
She is tempting us.
She's showing us some high vibrational foods right there.
Yes, a high vibrational, right?
I think those look better than me this morning.
Those look good. Oh my God, you funny.
Yes. So, okay. So we we've been on, this has been beautiful.
This is just beautiful and organic. I love it. I love it. I think
Okay, what did I get up for? Oh, the water hot.
I honestly believe that when we speak things into existence in a low vibration, I believe that when you start to heal yourself and start
Yeah.
speaking more high vibrationally, I think it kind of cancels out or lessens the blow of the stuff that you spoke into existence in the past.
Yeah.
For myself, the last couple of months, I'm a caregiver. I had a wonderful, dear client that I loved. I got to the point I was working for one client, working as many hours as I can possibly get. Loved it because I was doing 3 clients at one time. I worked during the pandemic. I worked with a client with Belleville and Livonia during the pandemic. I put over 20,000 miles on a brand new car during the pandemic because I just felt like I just had to help people, and this is my time. And until I got burnt out, and I was like, you know what, I need a break. And I want to thank God that unemployment was there, because I was one of those essential workers that was at the breaking point. So I'm glad I was able to get rest and reprieve with that, because there was something else. But even doing this, in the company that I work for, I'm the go-to person. If somebody don't show up, a kid got sick or whatever, they always ask me if do I want to do these extra hours. And I was already doing extra hours, and it got to the point where I couldn't do the work that I need to do creatively. I'm losing myself. I'm making all this money, but I don't have the strength or the time to just, do me. And I got discouraged. And I'm like, I need something different. God truly knows how to do something different, because I got let go from my client. And my client is the one, her sister's the one that got me into Tava. So when she decided to go someplace else and I didn't follow, she started nitpicking at the work that I did, and realized I never took time off. I worked extra hours. I even sat with the client 24 hours during a snowstorm. If somebody else couldn't show up for a shift, I was there. I worked almost 40 hours straight one week, and then somebody was supposed to reprieve for me, and they didn't show up. So I had to, I have a reel of me literally crying because I'm stressed out. I need a break. Like a little kid, I want to go outside and play, and I can't because other people are unreliable, but I'm reliable. So the most reliable person gets let go. Okay, gets let go 3 weeks before going to a major conference. So this was my bread and butter. I'm sitting here like, okay, Lord, what am I going to do? I'm just going to let you do what you're going to do. By the grace of God, the company, when they found out what happened, my new upline sponsor, who's directly corporate, what is it? Let's just say my hotel got paid. It's paid for through the company. My conference tickets got paid for through the company. All I had to do was get a flight, and I had 2 customers. I'm just sharing my story. Had 2 customers donate money to me to get a flight. So everything got paid for this trip, and I haven't paid for anything out of pocket, by the grace of God. And I'm sitting here. I had 2 family members in my family call me up and be like, "Hey, you're a caregiver, right?" I'm like, "Yes, we need your help. We need your help with your aunt. We need your help with my mother-in-law. How much do you charge? How much are you?" So when that opportunity presented itself, I was like, you know what? I know I'm worth $20 an hour. I was like, no problem. I did $20 an hour. Guess what they're paying me? My agency pays me $16.50. 16. My family's paying me more than the agency right now. Not a whole lot of hours, but still it's something. I'm like, and they's like, oh, that's no problem. Okay. So now I'm communicating with people. Hey, I can start, but I am going on this trip during this time. I need to rearrange my hours. I need to rearrange work. And people are accommodating because I'm communicating. And I'm like, if this happened 6 months ago, I would be like, oh my God, what I'm going to do? I know I'm going to come into a better position and a better job when I get back from Houston. Right now, it's just let me get to Houston. Let me get the knowledge that I need to get to. And then when I step back, I'm going to be in a better position. I have positions being offered to me, but they don't start until December. I have an opportunity of going in the opposite end of the healthcare field, being a doula in a hospital. as opposed to being a caregiver, which I am a certified doula, by the way. That's one of the things that I do. So I'm like, okay, with paid certifications, because they're working some things out. They get doulas in the hospital to be paid by Medicaid, but you have to be certified. One of the issues that we have in our community is a lot of doulas, such as myself, we're not certified because it costs money. It costs a lot of money. And our white counterparts have support that we don't necessarily have, be it a spouse, be it a family member, be it the fact that they just probably got more money stashed up somewhere just cause. And it's like $2,000 for a certification can be a little bit of a challenge when you got lights, gas, car note, insurance, and everything else, just life. So we do a lot of stuff within our community because our community wants to know, do we know what we know? Not, do you have this piece of paper that says what you know? But stepping into the hospital, my girl called me up and said she's working on a program for doulas who have done some sort of training, but they haven't done the certification for the hospital, pay for the certification. I'm looking like, say less. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, let's do this. Let's do this. And so I have opportunity that's starting to happen after I get back from Houston. Happened this a year ago, I would have been like, oh my God, crying my eyes out. How am I gonna do an income? How am I gonna pay this? How am I gonna do that? How am I gonna get here? Just da, 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 da. And when it happened, I just took a deep breath. I was like, God got me on this, and stuff has just been showing up because I have the clearing for the blessings to come to me. When people ask me, how am I doing? I say, I'm blessed and highly favored. I always say that. Always say that, because some way, somehow, the blessing is come. I just got invited to a brunch next Sunday, and there was like, we're wearing pink bodycon dresses. And if you don't know what a bodycon dress is, it's a tight form-fitting dress. And I'm sitting here like, where am I gonna get the money to get a pink bodycon? I put a post out on Facebook. Hey, does anybody got a size 6 pink dress nobody's using? Can I borrow it? And one of my friends popped up, hey, can you come over tomorrow? Yes, come over, because I know her closet. I'm like, okay, we gonna find a size 6 and we gonna find a pink dress and we gonna be good. So stuff, the suitcase that I'm taking down, somebody gave me. I mean, stuff has just been coming to me because I've been receptive. And I know if I'm receptive here in Detroit, when I get down there, it's gonna be even more mind blowing. So I'm just like, I'm living proof that you can change your mindset and just be open and receptive to the blessings that God has for you, because we don't know where it's coming from. But we also need to set the standards and the tone for what's coming. Like I said, I'm getting $20 an hour to care for my family members, more than, so when my agency calls me up and be like, do you want to do this person last minute? No. And I've actually been being able to, as much as I say yes, taking my power back and respectfully saying no has been a really good issue for me, because now, like I said, I got to get ready for the show. I got to do some social media. I have to sit down and, cook, clean, do laundry, create all this other stuff. And if I keep saying yes, then that's hindering. So no, sometimes the blessing isn't saying no. Sometimes, respectfully, I decline. I like that one. Respectfully, I decline. So I'm loving it. I'm in a space where it's happening, and I'm loving it. And I call, like I said, I call out to my future. Speak life into my loved ones. I speak life into my relationship. I speak life into situations and different things of that nature. And sometimes I even tell the universe, this is how I need it to go. Like, this is how I needed to go. Just like I remember Queen Aduna, you talking about years ago, how your son Fame, just wasn't able to be with his kids the way he wanted to be. And somebody told you to take the pictures and of your son and the pictures of your grandkids and put them together someplace, somewhere. And just by doing that, feng shui, just by doing that, eventually the roadblocks that was blocking him from being that wonderful father that he is with his kids started to remove themselves. And since the day that I met Fang, he's always had been around his kids, always had his kids with him, always in their lives, even to this day. like that, those boundaries are removed. So I am, taking all the stuff that we have and just applying it every day. It's working. It
Mhm.
works.
Mm.
I just had to share that. Anybody else want to say anything? Mama Evelyn, Miss Bridget, Miss Omni Grace.
I am
Oh,
also
Lonnie. Yes,
huge. Feng Shui is also very huge in
yes, yes.
everywhere. Everywhere I've moved, everywhere I've gone, before anybody steps into my home, I step into it with a compass and I line everything up according to color, where north, south, east, west, all of that good stuff. But it's also, it's like we said, it's what you speak
Mhm.
and how you move in that. Because it's one thing to speak it, it's another thing to move into it with power.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Living
We
it.
all and live in it. It's one thing to say, I'm going to buy a new car. It's another thing to say, I'm going to buy a new car and go to the dealership, whether you have the money or not. But to walk into that dealership as though you have a purse full of money and tell them what you want. And what you want, they don't ask you if you have the money, if you walk in with that confidence and that power. So it's one thing to speak it, you have to speak it and walk in it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yeah, that's good stuff. When I've shared with you, many of you, well, many times that I'm taking this course, a course in miracles, and one of the things that I was reading was like, wow. My sister is my partner this month, so we're having a really good time. But one of these lessons I've got to share, because it said my part is essential to God's plan for salvation. So when it says I am essential to the plan of God for the salvation of the world, for he gave me his plan that I might save the world. So, okay, so there's the spiritual connotation of that. But when I looked at it, because the project that I am creating and working on is it's like just to get the building is 7 million. 7 million, and then all the other things that come with it, and the people that, bringing the people in and blah, 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 blah. And then when I realized that I am essential to the plan of God, so God gave me that plan, even though other people could do the plan, it would not be what I got, right? And so that my power, when I read this, is that everything that I need, everything is there for me to do this, or it would not have been assigned to me. I just have to walk it out. And it's essential to the plan of God. My part, and those who are coming with me on this, it's important. And it just gave me a more power to do this. He gave me his plan that I might save the world. So my part in this is important, getting the building, helping the people, all that stuff. And I was like, it just empowered me so much. I know it's talking about spiritual, but it's talking about everything. And yeah, so and I just realized that, I had to change the people that I'm around. And when I looked at, I'm around my family a lot, and I'm like I'm the
Matriarch.
oldest. Actually, yeah, I
You're the
am.
matriarch.
I'm the matriarch because my mama and them are gone. And my family, I've been blessed that they have trusted me because I've been the elder in the family and, helped my mom and stuff. So doing this is, anyway, I'm babbling now, but it's just important that whatever you're here to do, that whatever we need to do to line ourselves up, like Abraham Hicks says, lining ourselves up, get in line in order for it to happen, because we're the ones that's in the way. When it's not coming forth, it's not flowing, know that we are the ones that are in the way, not someone else, not her, not it. We are the ones that need to line ourselves up. Even if it's like bad news coming, how do I line myself up so that, what was that vibration still stays high? You know, that you don't drop all the way down and stuff.
As high as possible, as high as possible
in your world, in your being. Yeah. Grand Rising, Lolly.
Hi, Lolly.
For you to join us. Yeah.
We have taken this to a really good organic level. I'm loving this. One of the things, because we started off talking about food, and one of the things I wanted to do, I wanted to show, when we talk about emotions have food, emotions have vibrations. The food that we eat also has vibrational food. Vibrations as
Danyelle,
well.
let me jump right in on that. Did you see all of our energy jump up when we saw those strawberries?
Yes.
Everybody like, oh. And that red, that juiciness and all that kind of stuff. So thank you, Mama Omani. Thank you. She said that's how she's speaking today.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Speaking of just high vibrations, I'm going to actually just give a shout out to a really good Black business here in Detroit, Michigan. If you have heard of them, wonderful. If you haven't heard of them, it's More Herbs. More Herbs is a Black-owned husband and wife, herbal health food store over on 7 Mile in St. Mary's. They do alkaline water. They do fresh smoothies. They have product lines like your Ezekiel bread, the Ezekiel bagels. They got sea moss, raw sea moss, fresh sea moss shakes, everything. They also have their own they make their own tablets, herbal tablets for any and all ailments that you can possibly think of. And what I have here is the sample pack. I got to go by there today and get another sample pack since I'm going outside, traveling out. But they have like 7-day sample packs. You could get 7-day, 14, 21, 30-day pills. They really know their community. Like sometimes I only got $5, so can I get the $5?
Right.
They got everything from antibacterial, antiviral, things to help cleanse your systems, your kidneys, your liver, your lungs. If you're a smoker, you need to stop smoking. They have herbal cigarettes that help you create. They got everything. 6 Mile in St. Mary's, wonderful Black-owned company to go and support. More Herbs. They didn't ask me to do this. I just felt like doing it because I know if you saw me here take a tablet here or something there, that's what I was taking was my antiviral. And I'm gonna get some more antivirals because I'm about to be around a whole bunch of people I don't know. So we're gonna make sure I don't come back with nothing. Preventative and just so check out More Herbs. You can go to moreherbs.com also and order stuff online and have it delivered to you. They do provide that service online. They got everything: body wash, sea moss, shea butter, everything. And it's just a really cool spot to go to. But if you need whatever, alkaline water, More Herbs is definitely that. And then what I keep up with my high vibration, yes, I'm gonna do a shameless plug because like I said, it's about business. I ain't ashamed about what I do. Is this the CBD coffee? I don't know if you guys have been watching me on social media. Speaking of social media, Mama Evelyn, you got a pretty nice haul of what was that, wallpaper samples? I thought that was, I saw that video. I just want to let you know I saw that video. That was kind of cool.
Yes.
All right, girl.
Yes, I have been taking them apart and it's been so much fun. And I figure I can use some, I can probably package some up and sell them because people that do mixed media and do jelly printing, I don't know if you know what jelly printing is, but it's a way of creating papers for mixed media. Yeah, there's some textures in there that are great. That's it. And you know what I got them for was for my portable ancestral shrines, but
Mm.
I'm not sure burlesque wallpaper is supposed to be on them.
You know what? Don't limit anybody's creativity.
Okay, I won't. I won't. I don't know if you want, you want your ancestors encased in the burlesque wallpaper. Just real textury and real, yeah, one of those type of places. I'm like,
And I thank you for giving me, and it's funny that you say that because I have a cigar box right here. And I'm like, I told you I have to pack that I call it the the traveling EIME kit. Because you could take your people everywhere. So I'm glad that you mentioned that. And I guess I have a project for me when I get home today. But I'm gonna take this and put all my little stuff in here so I can
Mhm.
travel with that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to.
Oh, good.
Well, I always have cigar boxes around here because my aunt is an art teacher and she does different things. And I have different stuff. I brought my whole life in storage in here 4th of July and been going through stuff. And when I say got stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff, and I'm looking like, what am I going to do with this? This just gave me a really good
Yeah, portable shrine. Great.
yeah, because I got that, I got my sage.
Mama
Like that
mind is going crazy.
that can go in there, some matches. I got herbs, like I'll show you guys ladies, like this is the other side of my wall, so you never get to see it, but there's herbs, there's candles, I got tea light candles galore. What is it? I got my pennies,
Project.
So I'll take pictures as I make this along and you can see, but I have to travel with my stuff and it's still got to do the work even while you're traveling, because that still brings more blessings on.
Yeah.
What is it? They
Where did
used to
she
have
get her
them.
cigar boxes from? I know there are, cigar stores you can go in and say, I remember there where I had my stash was, I sold it years ago, but now I'm want it back. But yeah, the cigar stores out in Royal Oak.
You know
Or
what?
in
I think you just need to go and just foster a relationship with some of them, because she used to go and pick them up and she had that relationship where you just pick them up and be like, they have them ready because they take them out, they put them. So, but that's an old box. I've had that for years, haven't really done anything with it. So I probably will do something with it tonight so I can take my stuff with me and have your little box of matches and your sage and your what
Florida
is it?
water and
Florida water. I This is probably the only time I'll probably take some loose change with me, just sprinkle around the room. What is it? I had a mentor that carried the dollar store oil burner, and she liked to burn mango butter. So it just sets the tone and the of incense. A bay leaf or two, some bay leaves, not a whole lot to weigh your bag down, but just enough so that you can still commune and do what you need to do wherever you're at, type situation. Yeah, that's just a little something to do. We can, and like I said, I'll take pictures and video and collab and let you know, like, hey, this is it right here. I know, like you said, the Florida one, I have to go to the dollar store and get some more little travel bags, sprayers and everything like that, just so I can have, the travel, what is it? Florida water. I'm sorry. I think that's about it. I don't need to carry a whole lot, just the essentials. I'm looking like, do I need anything else? No, I don't think I need anything else. Just so that, you just keep it going. You keep it going wherever you're going. And that's the beauty about it, that you can take this with you.
oh, and like Mama Danny said, remember how she said she takes scarves and she puts it over the lights and
Yes. Yes. It definitely sets, like I said, it makes that hotel room be a home away from home. So, it feels more comfortable, more inviting, and what is it? I would take a little cayenne pepper with me, to keep certain negative people away, you know. I like the cayenne pepper. I do, because it does keep people away. People be like, I don't, some, no, it's okay. But yeah, I guess that was that little me part, like, you know, just little travel matches. The dollar store is your best friend. Let's just say that. You find a lot of magical stuff at the dollar store. You know, the herbs that I work with, I use dollar store herbs because they're $1.25 now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dollar quarter store.
Right. There I have a little pink bag of sea salt, not sea salt, pink Himalayan salt. Now that was a find at the Dollar Tree. Was a little bag of pink Himalayan salt, which I think I'm going to take with me because I can use that in a good bath, good spiritual bath. Got to be careful because pink Himalayan salt is like 10 times more powerful than regular salt. So a little bit goes a long way because of the minerals that's in there. So if you take a bath with it, you just need to cut it. If you use like a cup of Epsom salt, you want to use like a quarter or a half of pink Himalayan salt because it will pull out. Just don't want to use a whole cup because you're going to be in a nice coma the way that bad boy pulls negativity and different things out of the body. It's powerful. And like I said, I found a nice pink bag at the Dollar Tree. I thought it was on the table. Oh, it is on the table. Sorry. Like ain't this the cutest little thing?
Mhm.
So that's pink Himalayan salt. So I was like, from the Dollar Tree of all places. So yeah, I usually take a little stuff, some Epsom salt with me because wherever I go, I'm gonna get a bath in. Yeah, we about to have some fun. So this was a good conversation, really good conversation. And I love each and every last one of you guys. And I know I talk about Tava a lot on the show. I don't think I ever really expressed what that was. Earlier, I don't know if you saw me sneak in my liquid vitamin. This is a travel. I'm on my travel size because my big 32 ounce has not shown up. But you know, Queen of Dooney asked me yesterday. She's like, "How did you lose so much weight?" I was like, "I just been taking my products. That's it." So haven't changed my diet yet. I want to say this is the detox tea. If you ever see me talk about the detox tea, if you ever done Queen of Fua's detox, then you know what it means to actually have to go and eliminate. And you know that a lot of times we are some people are carrying up to 25 pounds of excess waste in their body. So this is the detox tea. I put it in a bottle of water, or sometimes I do it hot. It doesn't have a flavor to it, but in about 4 to 8 hours, if you have stuff that needs to evacuate, it will get you out. It's actually called vasia, which in Greek means to evacuate. So the tea itself is named for what it does. Evacuates. And what I do is I do this at night so that I can do it first thing in the morning. And then I'll replenish with the Valet 30. This has everything that you need. It's got 95% vitamin D. It's got zinc. It's got the super fruits for the vitamin C. So all my vitamins I get in one shot daily. So this is the sample pack. They got something called Flare. I know this does not look like the best thing, but the Flare is the collection of vitamin Bs and it's a probiotic. So what I like about it is when I combine this with the Flare, which I do first thing in the morning, which I did on the show this morning, because I keep my regimen by 8 o'clock, 8:30. I have this stuff in my system. It's called a bionic tonic. So it's my body's creating my own collagen. It's replenishing my the vitamin A. Oh, it also has 300% biotin. So with my hair growing like crazy, because Queen of Duty, you tightened it up like 3 weeks ago, and then it's a bush right here. Well, that's this right here. That's the liquid vitamin. Stuff is just growing and glowing. And this is all that I've been doing. And the CBD coffee, which I was drinking earlier, it's the reason why I just keep going. That's it. I go from today, 7 o'clock in the morning, I'll probably be going until about 12 o'clock at night. I don't drink pop. I don't eat a whole lot of sweets or anything like that. You know, that's all I've been doing. Evacuating the waste and replenishing it with the liquid vitamin. It makes a huge difference in my life. And that's how I got skinny. Let's put it like this. my body is at a consistent weight where I got rid of the excess weight and the fat. So now all I got to do is start lifting weights so I can get my muscle tone, get the muscle tone that I want. But this is it, between this and this right here. Oh, and the flare. And these are the travel size, the sample size. This is not the full size bottle of everything. This is what I've been doing for the last 6 months. This is the Black owned company that I've been working with for the last 6 months. This is the Black owned company that is, getting me down to Houston so I can learn whatever more I need to learn. And their products are vegan, they're plant-based, and they work. That's all I have to say. They just work. So I know I'm gonna put my information in the chat box. If you guys want to find out more information, I'll put the link in the chat so you can take a look at it. But this is it. This is what I've been doing. I haven't been doing anything less. Oh, and the alkaline water, which I had to go get from more herbs. I do the alkaline water for more herbs. And I know I need eat more greens and get more greens in my diet. But other than that, this is everything. Great for kids, great for we don't call it weight loss, we call it weight management, because everybody's on a different journey when it comes to what they're trying to do with their health. Some people are trying to lose weight, some people are just trying to lose inches, some people are trying to gain muscle like I am. Whatever your journey, these are the 4 products that they have, and they're coming out with 4 more in conference. I hope one of them is a vegan protein powder, because that would be perfect to add to the line, but I'll find out this week as well. So that's my Tava Spreel. Yeah, they just work. I do have sample packs, 5 for $5 for the detox. 5 for $25 for the detox tea. The coffee is 5 for $35, because that coffee works. I think I did a video where it's like, you know what? My cycle came. I didn't realize it came. I was like, oh, why is that? Oh, because I drink the coffee every day. And the coffee also got chaga mushroom in it too, which is good for inflammation. So any inflammation in the body, you're not going to feel it. It does help your body flush inflammation. So it's not just a coffee, it's a coffee drink. I tell people, drink, not drink, because it's got other stuff in it to, help you with your dietary needs. And somebody yesterday was like, oh, well, I got to stop drinking coffee because of the cream and the sugar. And I was like, you know what? They got plant-based creamers. This is Silk oat milk. Love it, because it's only 4 grams of sugar. I can do 4 grams. And it's oat milk. So sometimes we got to change little things in our diet. They got so many plant-based creamers out there, and they taste great, and it's ridiculous. Target has a good brand. Aldi has a good brand, and I look for the stuff that has the least amount of ingredients in it. So I do like Silk, because I grab what I can grab. I think Starbucks just came out with one, but be careful. Look on the back and see how many ingredients that they have, non-dairy creamers. But I'm glad that they finally have non-dairy creamers out on the market. Almond milk, coconut milk, and then also the oat milk as well. So you don't have to give up your cup of coffee. You can just change the type of sugar, and also change the type of sugar you're using. I don't add sugar to this because this has enough sugar in it. But if I don't do that and just use almond milk, then I use date sugar, which is low glycemic. And all date sugar is dehydrated dates that they grind up. And it's a nice sweet. And beet sugar is a good low glycemic sugar as well. Once again, it's made from ground up, dehydrated beets. Adds a little bit of sweetness to it, not as sweet as sugar, but it's enough to just sweeten whatever tartness that you're trying to get out of something. It gives you just enough, just so that you can be like, oh, I can taste a little sweetness. So I enjoyed today. I don't know about you. We talked about the mindset. We talked a lot about mindset today, which is great because it's considered this is Mommy Mogul Mindset Monday, about getting our minds right and in order. And we also talked about the vibrational scale. Definitely going to put in the group the link towards the vibrational scale. That's perfect to download, print out, and look at it. And when you get stuck, just sit there and look, where am I at vibrationally? Have a check-in with yourself. Where am I at vibrationally? And what 2 or 3 steps can I go to feel better? Mm-hmm. And then, we are at that 10 o'clock hour, and I see Star. Hi, Star. Like, thank you. Thank you for joining us. And Omni Grace and everybody, this was
Omani.
amazing. Omani
Yeah.
Grace. This is a wonderful, I look forward to Mondays. This is a wonderful way of starting the week off. So
Yeah.
not just the day, the whole week, the whole precitone of everything. And yeah, you guys are all beautiful. And we had more people I've seen today. I'm excited. I'm so excited. And like I said, next Monday, I think I will be coming to you live from Houston. So that's going to be fun. And yeah, keep our mindsets, on what it is that we're doing. I'm looking forward to, earlier we had Jacqueline Jones on, and she talked about her bookkeeping program that she has for us small business owners.
She'll be on tomorrow.
She'll be on tomorrow with Razia.
Next week. No, that's next week.
Oh, next week.
Right,
She'll be
right. She
next
said
Tuesday.
You're right. You're right. Thank you. Well,
She'll be on next Tuesday.
Right. And I just got a call from my son. I'm going to have to go be grandma because the baby is not feeling well, and he has to go pick up his daughter and get her to work. And so pray for my little Mr. Tyler.
Okay.
And it's been wonderful. We didn't hear from you. Omani, you want to say hi?
Hello, how are you?
Or
Grand Rising, Elizabeth.
yeah.
Rising.
And we will, well, Pam, Star, you've already said something. So we're going to go ahead and close out so I can go be grandma. Lolly, you want to say, oh, you did say hello earlier. So we're going to close it out today. Danyelle, wonderful job.
Thank you, ma'am.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So let us love on ourselves.
Everybody give yourself a hug. George, Michelle, give yourself a hug. George, give yourself a hug.
And love to the world. Okay.
Thank you guys so much. Oh, one more thing.
Yes.
Share Grand Rising with 3 people this week. Just share the information, share the flyer, share the time, just share with 3 different people, and let's get some more, share the love with more Grand Rising Elizabeth. Not just for Mondays, but for like Monday through Friday. So if you got the flyer, just share it. Just be like, just try to come on. If they come on for 15, 20 minutes, that's great. But we want to share, we want to grow the sisterhood. That's all I say. Just share with others. That's all.
Yeah, I can see. Or you cut on a ponytail. Which one?
And you guys have a great Monday, okay?
You do
Love
the
you
same.
guys.
Right.
All right.
Okay. Peace out.
Peace out.